Okay, I am. Wow, I don't know what I am. Anyway, hey, just trying to get a few things wrapped around our head for June coming up, and wanted to let you guys know what was going on. So I'm doing this in lieu of a newsletter again, very much like last month, trying to avoid some additional writing. So yeah, maybe a little slothful. I don't know. Either way, it's good. Actually, that's a neat looking brick wall, but it's actually a green screen, so I know it looks cool, but it's really just kind of nerdy. But hey, we're making it work. Just wanted to let you know what's up for June. Looks like kind of the same story for that we had for May. In May, we began meeting at the Young and Hart Senior Center. If you've attended or checked out the videos, you see that we have seats positioned around the big room. We've opened up the small dining room to make room as well. We have seating for about 130 people. So at this point, it hasn't been a challenge. We were afraid that we might have to tell people they couldn't come in, or we'd have to put some folks on the back patio. I mean, those are just discussions. I just can't imagine saying to someone that we didn't have room for you. So anyway, we've been fine so far. If it looks like we get pressed again, we will just probably roll out that 8:30 service, but it hasn't really been talked about yet because we haven't needed to. As far as our children's ministries go, at the moment, everything is still in a holding pattern, and I'm not sure how long that's going to be. The current recommendations are that you keep children 6 feet apart, and we're not sure how that would happen or how we could make that work in our classes. We are praying about it and seeking wisdom, and maybe we'll have a solution by the end of June, or maybe the restrictions and recommendations will lighten up by then as well. So you certainly don't want to be responsible for any households getting sick, but at the same time, we don't want to move in fear, and I'm sure you share those same balances in life. So that's kind of where we are. Can't go very far at the moment. So right now we're in the holding pattern with what we've been doing in June. It's been really a good time. What we've been doing in May. It has been really good. It's been great to get back together. The service has been good. The worship's been great. So the messages have been what they've been, and so we hope to see you when you can come. We've gotten better at the live stream, and so that's good. And it looks like a lot of people are still tuning in on the live stream, and we appreciate that. Guys, one of the things I'm concerned about as a pastor, I know how it is when it comes to church a lot. You kind of can get out of the habit. And although I want everyone to have their own personal relationship with Jesus and be directly connected with him and stay close to him, I know sometimes we need a church family. Well, we always need a church family to help us stay in there, to stay accountable. And I am concerned that people are drifting, that through the summer especially, we always had people gone a lot, and I'm sure we will this year. But I just don't want you to drift too far from your faith. I don't want you to drift at all. In fact, I want your faith to get stronger. And so I hope that you will be joining us online. I hope that you will be calling friends, that you will be praying for people. It definitely takes more work to stay connected this way. But we really want to challenge you and invite you to do that. We need to do that together. And so help me with that. And if there's something that you need, if you are struggling, you want to talk, please just give me a message at that 307-224-4404 number. Message me on Facebook or message the Ordinary Faith page. It may take a day to get it sometimes because sometimes we're out of town or what have you. But just get that done, and I just don't want anyone out there struggling without some support. Okay? Some other things probably want to tell you about June. We are going to have a little fun with some things. Micheal Longfellow and Steve Williams are going to be sharing in June. Also, on Father's Day, I got a special treat. We have 3 of our men from our leadership team, Jason Peak, Alan Smith, and John Orr, going to be sharing a very special group of messages with men on Father's Day. It's going to be awesome. We are, of course, going to be streaming all these services, Lord willing, and the technology don't die. So that'll be good. And then also at the end of June, I'm going to start a new series. So I got to have a little fun here. Hang on. Let me click my buttons. Okay, you ready? Here it comes. It's called Rise and Shine. It's about waking up and following Christ. Hang on. One more thing. One more thing. Here it comes. Oh, yeah. I know you're like, that man is weird. Anyway, Rise and Shine is just a series about how that we can wake up into God's power and have a real impact on our lives and in our community. I don't know how you feel about the future, but I definitely believe that church is changing, that discipleship is going to look a lot more like it did in the first century. And I'm very excited about that. And so I want to prepare for that myself and help us as a body prepare for that. And to reach out to those people out there through discipleship that are probably never going to come to church. We don't have to wait for them to come to us. We can go to them. So these are actually good times. Times of trial are also times of opportunity. So I hope that you will join us for that in whatever ways that you can, whether it's online, whether you come and visit. One thing I did want to say to the parents out there, my wife and I, we have 8 sons, and we raised them the majority of our adulthood in smaller churches that didn't have a lot in the way of children's ministries. So our children have been with us in church a great deal. And when we started Ordinary Faith, we were in house churches. So we take care of our children in living rooms with a bunch of adults and children together. And I personally love what children bring to a service. Yes, they can be distracting. Yes, they can certainly run through the room screaming or bust out crying. And I know that's a lot of stress, sometimes on moms and definitely on dads, because sometimes dads are less comfortable with that. But I just want you to know we welcome that, and we would love to see you and your household together, mom, dad, children, and just bring those children. Christy did a video on some things you can do, some blessing bag type materials you could bring for them. We'd love to see you there. It would be encouraging to you. Personally, as a pastor, let me just say, I really think it's incredibly powerful for our children to see their parents worship and to be engaged in that, to know that your faith is real to you. One of the reasons that 80% of our children walk away from their faith is the inconsistency in the home. It's that parents live one way when they come to church and another way at home. And so this is a great way to overcome that, to teach your children God's real, you believe in him, and your faith is real, and that your mistakes are that people make them, and when they make them, they own them, they're authentic about things, and it just can really be a great discipleship opportunity for your children. Of course, you can get a children's Bible and read it with them to help them get the stories in their hearts. You could get on Pursue God Kids and watch some videos with them and talk to your children or play games with your children around the Bible stories. My point and my urgency is your children's lives are only with you so long. So don't lose the summer. Don't lose the year because of a virus. Spend time discipling your children. It's going to be some of the best investment that you can make. So I hope that helps. I hope that's encouraging. I wish we could say that we had our calendar was filling up and those kind of things. And we certainly will be looking and praying at maybe church in the park or some things, but we don't have anything solidified at the moment. And so just bear with us and be patient. Thank you for that. Thanks for the understanding. Thanks. So many of you have been encouraging. You've realized that the challenges we're facing are just really big. And so we are grateful for that. And again, of course, if you are in need, you let us know. Please text or call and leave a message at 307-224-4404. Let me make sure I got everything covered. June, the pastors are speaking. The guys are speaking. Just want you to be strong in your faith. I guess the last thing I want to cover is that just remember that as we do work back toward children's ministries and student ministries and different things, and worship team and streaming and all the tech ministries right now, that we need help. And I would love to tell you that we have all the help we need, but we really need more help. And as we come back to these things, we're going to need some of the things we had before. As they come back, we'll need them again. And I know right now it's hard to think about serving because you're overwhelmed with the situation. But I do want to ask you to go ahead and prepare that when things begin to look, however they look, that when we need servants, that you're ready to step in those roles, especially with our children's ministries and many of our serving ministries. And of course, right now with our tech ministries, the streaming aspect and sound and the worship team all are still functioning and still need help. So help wanted, I guess. So let us know if you are willing to step out in faith and learn something new. Just text that 307-224-4404 number. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Hope this catches you up. We're praying for you, praying for a lot of folks by name, praying for the whole church as a body. And don't sit out there alone. You know, call someone, encourage someone, bless someone. Well, I will see you soon, and I hope that everyone's doing great. I miss some faces, and I see you around some, mainly at Walmart and Home Depot, and sometimes on Sundays. But I will be together soon. God bless. See you soon.